Meanwhile, the Indian private sector has created a sensation in the global arms bazaar by developing an indigenous high-caliber artillery gun, which could end not only the Bofors syndrome, but also India's dependence on scam-tainted imports. Vishal Thapar brings you this exclusive report on this remarkable breakthrough by Tata Power to give India its first indigenous artillery gun.
For a country which has not been able to induct a single new artillery gun since the Bofors deal in 1986 became a buzzword for political corruption, this looks like a game changer. The Indian private sector has finally developed on its own an artillery gun which could end dependence on imports. Tata Power unveiled to NewsX. India's first indigenous 155mm gun is a far more potent version of the Bofors used by the Indian Army, which would extend India's artillery shelling range to 52 kilometers. It's highly mobile, mounted on a Tata truck. Its ballistics and fire control systems are 100% homegrown.
Here is a product we have invested in our own money, not government's money. This is our own money, our shareholders' money which we have invested. Proof of the pudding is that the gun is outside. Indigenous capability on ballistics, now that is not, there are very few companies in the world which can claim their own indigenous ballistics.
While India has been unsuccessfully trying to import artillery guns for the last 10 years, Tata claims to have developed its gun in just 5 years. The barrel and all key subsystems, including the fire control and electronics, have been tested abroad. Tata is now seeking the government's nod to prove this truck-mounted gun at an Indian range.
To do engineering firing, for that we need a firing range.
Tata wants to compete with this gun in the Indian Army tender for 814 truck-mounted howitzers. It promises to deliver the required shelling capability to the Indian Army at the lowest cost.
This is the first time that the Indian private sector has entered the Bofors space. And if this weapon system succeeds, it could become one of the most visible symbols of self-reliance in arms production. It could well make Bofors irrelevant in India. And as mega bucks continue to flow in India's arms bazaar, the Indian private sector is going all out to make stamp a force to reckon with in the global arms bazaar. With video journalist Imran Abbas, Vishal Thapar, NewsX, New Delhi.